Alright, we're live with game 2 of the Idaho versus Hawaii CSL match. And we have everyone's favorite, for some crazy reason, TQ Dante. So I think somebody posted a video in like one of the StarCraft groups just like singing about Fernando. It's pretty crazy. And on the other side of the match, we have Ren Bear, the best player on Idaho's team. So it's pretty much the best versus the best. Should be interesting. And Ren Bear botched his split and forgot to send 2 drones. That kind of sucks. But yeah, anyway, dual site. I think it's Dante's favorite map. Not sure about Ren Bear. He likes this map, but it's basically a 2-player map. 2 watchtowers on either side if you cut it down the middle. And pretty good map for macro play, pretty good map for aggressive play, because you have this wide open area behind the expansion, or sorry, behind, and not only the expansion, but your main, so you can get hit from pretty much anywhere. So pretty good idea to have some good overlord placement. And Dante just opening standard deep water ramp. Pretty sure we're gonna see a 14 hatch, 14 pool from Ren Bear. That's also pretty standard. But yeah, Dante really likes his aggressive playstyle, so I'm either betting on some kind of crazy Hellion drop or something, or a Banshee, because he likes his Banshees. So nothing really going on here. Remember sending out that drone. I don't know if it's a scout or if it's gonna sit at the expansion. Is he gonna take the gold? No, he's just gonna scout. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of scouting drone on 2-player map, but I guess you gotta do what you gotta do to get the information. And yeah, drone's going down, so it's gonna be a 15 hatch, which is also kind of standard, a bit more economical. Dante immediately going to block the hatchery, so that should, yeah, that always makes me mad if that happens to me. So Ren Bear's gonna scout Dante's base, see that he does have a gas, see that he does have ARAX at the ramp, see that it's going to be an orbital opening, and Dante's still blocking that hatchery. It's pretty amazing. And yeah, Ren Bear decides to throw down a pool on 14, which is like pretty standard as well. If somebody's blocking your hatchery, you either throw down the pool or you build a hatchery at the third. So either one works. And yeah, Dante's going for the orbital, so just see him throw down. He's throwing down a depot. His second depot is actually a bit late in terms of this build, because what the timing is if you build that second depot, as soon as it finishes, you will have enough gas and minerals, like a perfect amount, to make a factory off of 1 gas. And so, yeah, so Dante's throwing down that factory. Sure, the timing wasn't perfect. Sure, he's getting supply blocks, but yeah, it's not so bad considering that he delayed his Ren Bear's hatchery for quite a while, and Ren Bear's also supply block too. So both players making it kind of even, pretty good mannered, saying, "Friend, you got supply blocks? Well, I'll get supply blocks too." And Dante's just adding on a reactor, so it's going to be a Hellion expand, pretty safe and standard. And yeah, I'm actually a bit surprised that he's going for that, because usually you'll see him do some sort of aggressive play. But yeah, he's sending out Marines. I guess he's not afraid of no Zerglings. Marines just going out to scout, see what's going on. Zerglings backing up. And Ren Bear's just kind of trying to get a second hatchery up. He's making a lot of Zerglings, transferring some drones. He's got gas. I don't know what he's going to do with it, since, yeah, he's getting speed. Okay. Yeah. I was just a little bit confused since he still had guys in gas past 100. But yeah, getting speed. Throwing down a spine crawler. Queen should be coming out anytime. And yeah, we'll have a macro game. So both players opting for a macro game. Hellions are being pumped out right now. 2 coming out. Oh, sniping the Overlord. Actually, oh man, that's really awesome by Dante. Using the barracks to float up and give him vision of that Overlord that was seemingly safe, but it actually wasn't. So Ren Bear losing a couple of Zerglings, but seeing that the Hellions are out. So he's throwing down a second spine crawler. Very wise decision, especially on this map, since they can come from pretty much 3 different ways, 3 different areas. And he might be throwing down a third spine crawler. No, it's just a road forward. So yeah, I really like this fight. Member's actually playing pretty solid. considering that his hatchery was delayed for quite some time. They're still playing really well. And here comes the aggression from Dante with 4 Hellions and 3 Marines, taking advantage of the fact that Renbear didn't make a second Spine Crawler really early. I know he's just going to back up. Loses a Hellion, but forces Renbear to be worried a little bit. I don't know. And so, yeah, with that second Spine Crawler up, Dante's not going to be doing anything anytime soon. But yeah, Dante's actually, Renbear's actually doing a really good job. You know, he didn't overreact. He didn't make a ton of Zerglings like lower level players would. He just kind of relaxed and said, okay, as long as I just keep macroing, I'll be fine. And, you know, that's exactly what he did, and he is fine. But now it looks like Dante's going to go for a drop. And here's that aggression I was talking about earlier, folks. Dante likes to do some kind of crazy drop. And, like I said at the start, crazy Hellion form of drop or something. Yes, that's exactly what's happening right now. You see the medevac is going down, going back behind the main. Gonna see that there's no overlords here, so he can safely drop without being detected. And here we go. How many drones are gonna get roasted? It goes 2, it goes 4, 5, and 6. They're just working on a queen now. So 6 drones on a queen seems pretty good. Might be even more. Oh, perfect transfuse, just in the nick of time. And Dante picks up his unit saying that I've done enough damage, and I'm just gonna back up and go home. And so 4 queens out for Renbear. I don't know why he has 4 queens. Three queens is pretty, you know, pretty normal, but 4 is, I guess he really wants to creep spread, which I can't fault him for, and Vikings out for Dante. So yeah, Dante is going into a pretty standard play. Probably gonna go Marine tank with some medevac support. And yeah, we see another Rax being added on. Dante's just continuing to pump out siege tanks out of that lone factory. And Renbear is just gonna add on more gas because he is getting double evolution chamber. So it looks like he's not gonna go for a Spire. He's just gonna go for the super upgraded roaches that have infinitely powerful spells and abilities. And yes, so Zergling's heading off across the map. And gonna see that, you know, Dante's pretty well defended. He doesn't have siege mode, but he's pretty well defended. So the Lings are kind of poking in there, getting some SAV kills. I'm actually surprised that Dante's like not doing anything. Maybe he's like doing some laundry. And he sees the lone Zergling and runs all the SCVs to the gas geyser. That Grandmaster reaction time. Gotta be scared of that one Zergling, man. And 4 queens doing something. I don't know why that was pinged. There were 4 queens just dancing around. So like a drop? Oh yeah, there was a drop. Yes. Totally missed it. But yes, there was a drop, and it looks like Renbear is getting every upgrade possible, which is a viable strategy. I think that's what we call the Tenza build. You like get a million roaches, and then figure out that your opponent is like expanding. You get a million more roaches, or if you figure out that they're doing an all-in, you still get a million roaches, or if they're going for a massive drop, you get a million roaches. I think that's what we call the Tenza build. So it looks like Dante's loading up everything into his medevacs. No, he's just loading up a bunch of Marines into one medevac. So I'm actually surprised that Renbear hasn't tried to take a 3rd yet. He's actually rapidly falling behind in food supply. He's being out-macroed as well. He has lower worker count. And here goes the drop. Dante is dropping his original drop into the main, getting some drones. He's got to be careful because that medevac is really low. Once the medevac goes down, he's going to lose everything. Medevac picks up, and the second medevac is coming in to harass the natural. And the Spine Crawler is out of position because it's in the main. And so he's just going to drop straight in right there, and he sees that the Spine Crawler's in the mineral line, and he's going to drop right behind the extractor. Nice drop area. And yeah, he's going to be able to pick off a few drones and kill the extractor. Yep. And so he's going to see that roaches are being pumped out here, and he's going to kill these roaches, which is actually kind of sloppy. Yeah, Dante is getting his command center ready to take a 3rd. He's just kind of macroing up. So yeah, Renbear is kind of rumbling under this aggression, and the drop is back on in the main. Dante taking out sweet justice on that extractor, and Eric will go down. But tons of roaches being, tons of Zerglings being pumped out for Renbear. instead of roaches. And oh, fatal mistake, picking up that spine crawler. Now he's gonna lose a ton of drones. And yep, here they go. Jones is dying, and Dante picks up. I'm actually surprised he didn't go back and try and harass the natural again. But you know, you take what you can get. He did a lot of damage already. Look at how many Marines he has. That's a lot. Dante's under 156 supply. He's really playing a lot better than he did last week, and I'm actually pretty impressed. He's definitely way better than me. He's definitely macroing a lot better than I would macro in this situation. But yeah, he's doing a fantastic job. And so Renber's trying to take a third. Dante drops it because he, you know, sees what's going on. Roaches are there to kind of fend off the drop, but he doesn't really have anything. And Dante's making that pushing across the map. He can kill off everything in his sight. And I don't think Renberg can hold this, man, because that's a pretty sizable army with lots of tanks. And I think Dante was just waiting for the third to go down. That's kind of like a timing. You go down, and as soon as the third starts building, or when the third finishes, you push it. So one of those two timings. And lots of Banelings being morphed in now. No, there's no siege mode for Dante. I don't know why he doesn't have siege mode. It's pretty interesting. He's getting it now. He could lose, but he splits well, and Renberg kind of throws away all his Banelings. But yeah, he didn't have Baneling speed, which is a fatal mistake. I don't know why he didn't have Baneling speed, but more Banelings being morphed in now. Dante just kind of like doing stuff, yeah, like, hey, I'm hitting you. And I actually like this. He picks up all of his tanks in the medevacs and retreats, so in case they get flanked, his tanks will die. But he also might be going to drop in the back, which is definitely a viable option. Dante has a SCV rally point to the middle of nowhere. I don't know what he's doing with that, but he's macroing pretty well, transferring SCVs, and he has an armory, and he hasn't upgraded anything out of it. I think if that's there's one weakness for Dante, it's that he just doesn't upgrade enough. So it looks like he's going to take the gold now, building every possible structure there, short of a barracks. But yeah, everything's being built there, and